Hi everyone, it's Haley and thank you so much for joining me today for more plant care tips. I want to talk to you about air plants. They have gained a lot of traction and interest in this past year, and I just want to really focus in on their care so that you can have the best results possible. So the scientific term for these beauties is actually talanzias, and they are, believe it or not, part of the bromeliad family. You can find them in nature attached to trees or rocks, even cliff faces, and that's why we are fortunate enough to be able to care for them without the need for soil. With most plants, taking a look at where they come from can help us understand their care a little bit more. And one misconception of air plants is that they're coming from these really exotic tropical regions. They can actually be found in North America, in Mexico. Some are even living in deserts on cacti. They are unbelievable and super hardy. Though your experience with them might not align with the last statement I made about them being hardy, it's all about getting that care right. And you have to remind yourself as well that the ones we're seeing are acquired from a greenhouse. One big misconception about air plants is that they don't need water. It's really easy to assume that because they're not in soil, and so they kind of fall through the cracks of our usual watering routines, but they do need water. So there are two broad categories of air plants. There's xeric and there is mesic. And basically what those two categories contain is some air plants that are from those more arid regions like I mentioned previously, and those will have more trichomes, which are those little fuzzy hairs, and they will tend to be more gray in color. The greener they are, that's indicative that they are from an area with more moisture, and so they're looking for a more dense watering as opposed to xeric air plants. So for any air plant you're getting that's a little gray or a little fuzzy, definitely use a spritzer. I have killed many by soaking them and thinking, what am I doing wrong? It's too much water, it's too abrupt. So spritzing is a really good way to kind of give a gentle watering to them and let them absorb it in their own time. For your air plants that are a little greener, have a little more waxy leaf, they are great to soak about once a week. I soak mine for roughly 10 minutes. And if you want to, you can always add in a little splash of organic fertilizer, or you can purchase one that is specialized for talanzia. Doing a little research to find out exactly what type of air plant you are purchasing can be really helpful in narrowing down your care, because as you can see, some are a little more particular than others. So in regards to lighting, all air plants want bright light. Some can even take a little bit of early morning or late afternoon dappled sunlight, and the more light you can provide them, the better chance you have of seeing them bloom, which is a really cool aspect of air plants that we don't always get to see because of improper care. With so many different kinds of talanzias, there's a lot of different kinds of blooms, but generally they are in the pink and purple range or the yellow and orange range. They're absolutely beautiful. They will probably last about a couple weeks, and once you're done with that, you can go ahead and just cut the dead bloom spike off. Talanzias are such a fun addition to your plant collection, and there's a lot of cool ways you can display them. My personal favorite is on driftwood, but if you want to go for something a little more modern, you can opt for different structural things. This is one that we have. It's a little talanzia ladder, and you can display them in these little notches here. There's so many different ways that you can display them around your house. Just make sure they're getting bright light and you're watering them regularly. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.